Hey, Zedwin Dearborn, another edition of Growth Driven. Today I want to talk about it's a fact. It's never been easier throughout human history to become wealthy. Edwin Dearborn here, another edition of Growth Driven. And I wanted to share an observation that it's never been easier throughout human history to become wealthy. If you follow me on any social media, you know that I don't watch a lot of TV, hardly any at all. And I'm just sorry, bringing my post here. I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of study. I listen to a lot of podcasts. And it's interesting that a number of individuals, independent of each other, whether it's Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk, Richard Koch, various individuals that I follow have all made the same observation, which is we live in a period of time where it's the easiest point of time where we can become wealthy. So now I looked at that and I was like, okay, I first of all wanted to reject the datum. I'm not a man of incredible wealth. I have a good credit score. I've got a growing business. I live fairly comfortable. Things are getting better in my life, but I couldn't necessarily call myself wealthy. So I had to take a look at that datum and go, okay, well, why would it be that we could have so much wealth? So I wanted to share with you a document or a post that I put on on LinkedIn that will share with you my post on the observations. So here is the post, and I'll read them to you for those that are on the podcast. So I took a look at it and analyzed, well, why is it? Taking some of the observations from Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk, Richard Koch, and many others. Richard Koch is the author of the STAR Principle, the 80-20 rule. And over the last few weeks, they've said it's never become easier in human history to become wealthy. Number one, there are more opportunities to learn about wealth, investing, business, marketing, and selling. I mean, just go to the internet. It's just a massive opportunity to learn about these things. There's ebooks, there's e-courses, there's webinars that you can attend on all these subjects. Massive amounts of opportunity to learn. University learning is no longer required. You can learn from YouTube, podcasts, again, ebooks, online courses, blogs, and these are either free or relatively inexpensive. So now the cost of entry to get this education has been completely dropped. You can be 18 years old, have a cheap computer at school, spend time after school, and start learning how to do online marketing, how to do selling. You can learn from Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk. All these guys are putting out massive amounts of knowledge. I can buy used books like this for $5 on Amazon. Number three, massive leverage of technology to connect with and serve global audiences. I've got clients in Denmark, Ireland, that would have never been possible 20 years ago at the speed or size that I have right here from my own studio with this technology. Leveraging Facebook, I can connect and serve an entire globe as long as they see value in me and I can connect with them. Next point, faster methods to learn what works and what doesn't. Reiteration from failure can be almost instantaneous. Because of technology and AI, I can see where my business is going faster, I can fail faster, and I can reiterate towards success even faster. Whereas failure could be a long road 20 years ago. Now it's like, okay, we've got 30 days worth of data. We know how to reiterate. We know what's moving the needle. Now we know what's not moving the needle. Like, you can reiterate business models so much faster now. Startup costs do not necessarily prevent entry to market. Like, I could start an e-commerce site. I could start an Amazon business for a few $100s. maybe a few $1,000s. I don't have to take out this big business loan. I was talking to a gentleman, one of my interviews on this topic. To become a dentist, you got to take out about $400,000 worth of student loans. Then you got to take out another loan to go get the equipment to open the office. You're $1 million in debt. Now take that $1 million. Now you build an Amazon business. I can build a website for a few $100s. I can get my education for free or spend maybe a few $100s with Grant Cardone or some online courses or some online mentors. You see, it's the cost of entry, the ease of entry, the ability to reach global audiences. Never has there been an easier time in human history to create wealth. Now, I'm sitting here at 57 years old, and I know why I'm rejecting the data. Well, there's probably two reasons. Number one is the excuse, well, I didn't grow up with this technology like these kids are. Who cares? Whether you grew up with it or not is not the point. Are you willing to learn and adapt at speed? That's the variable. Are you willing to assess the condition that the planet's in, the opportunities exist, and then how fast are you willing to pivot in that new world and take advantage of it? That's the variable. Number two, you have an opportunity to connect with very powerful people through platforms that cost almost no money. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is $79 a month. If you spent 5 or 10 hours learning how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator and started connecting with other individuals like I'm doing for $79 a month, put them on my email database for $59 a month, you can start building business contacts, sharing value, and actually generating a new business for yourself. Again, connecting with wealthy, powerful people on a known platform and finding value and starting to build your wealth. It has never been easier to build wealth in any time in human history than right now. But you got to see the opportunity. You've got to have a high sense of self-belief. You've got to have a high sense of expectations of yourself and others to get there. Without self-belief, without a high a level of expectations and a willingness to pivot into this new knowledge, it's not your lack of ability. It is lack of your willingness to learn these new abilities and capabilities. Those are the factors. I know that I'm on the trajectory to build a lot of wealth because I'm taking advantage of this despite myself, despite my age, and I'm always trying to work on it to become better and faster. If that is something of interest to you, you want to team up with somebody, you see that opportunity that is right now in human history, reach out to me. But I wanted to share this with you because I felt it was so valuable of an observation that so many other leading experts in business are making these days. This has been another edition of Growth Driven. Have a great day. We will talk again soon. Bye-bye.